This is National Native News. I'm Antonia Gonzalez. Tribes and tribal casinos have a second chance to apply for the federal Paycheck Protection Program. Wyoming Public Radio's Savannah Marr has more.
The Northern Arapaho tribe and its enterprises employ more than 1,000 people. And despite casino closures and historically low oil revenues, none of those workers have been laid off. Co-chairman of the tribe's business council, Stephen Fasthorse, says they applied for PPP loans, but the original guidelines weren't clear as to whether they were eligible.
While a lot of other small businesses were able to get relief, tribes were still waiting for language to be given to the bank institutions that give them the green light to work with tribes.
Senator Tom Udall of New Mexico says new guidelines clarify that tribes and their gaming enterprises are eligible. But he says the delay has already caused economic damage in Indian country.
Tribal gaming enterprises are some of the biggest employers. They fund essential services in Indian country, things like health care, education, public safety, law enforcement. Unfortunately, it took the SBA far too long to make this right.
The Small Business Administration rolled out the second round of PPP loans on Monday. For National Native News, I'm Savannah Marr.
The Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe has reported its first positive case of COVID-19. Chairman Harold Frazier says it's not community spread, but from an individual who traveled off the reservation. The individual is currently hospitalized. The tribe has been preparing for COVID-19 and already has a number of emergency orders in place, including road checkpoints, which Frazier credits for helping pinpoint the case. He updated the community on social media and tribal radio Wednesday night about next steps in the emergency plan.
We were prepared for this, and I'm confident and I feel good that, we've been planning this for a long time, and now we just need to and follow our plans.
The tribe's now implementing level 3 of its emergency plan, which includes a mandatory stay-at-home order, a curfew, and the closure of all daycares. Some artists who depend on networking and social interaction to sell their work are looking at ways to generate income after the cancellation of art shows and gallery openings due to COVID-19. China Lockett speaks with a silversmith who usually travels.
Jean Roach creates and sells handmade jewelry. She's been an artist most of her life, starting with beadwork.
I think I really got into that while I was in college. I would do earrings to get the extra money. Earrings are always really easy to sell. And that was more of the beads, and I didn't start doing silversmithing about 22 years ago.
Roach, who's turning 60, says her husband taught her about silversmithing. He's from the Dene tribe, and she's Lakota. As her style developed, she incorporated Lakota designs and symbols.
So, the turtle is real popular all over the world. So we do a lot of turtles. And then I add sometimes, other parts of my creativity, like leather purse. Then I'll put a little bit of beadwork and silver work on there.
Roach's son works with her on the artistic process. He draws out shapes like a buffalo. Then Roach cuts them out of silver and adds them to jewelry. Usually, they spend time on the road, traveling to markets and events across the country to sell their pieces. However, Roach and her family are high risk medically, and catching COVID-19 would be dangerous. Roach says since art shows and events are canceled for now, her immediate goal is to develop her online presence. I'm Trina Lockett in Rapid City.
And I'm Antonia Gonzalez.
National Native News is produced by Koahnic Broadcast Corporation with funding by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Support by BNSF Railway, moving our economy for over 165 years. Our vision is to operate injury and accident-free with safety programs, training, and technology. More at bnsf.com/tribal relations. Support by the Sisseton, Wahpeton, Oyate Tribes, Dakota Western Corporation, and SWO Plastics. Commercial strength trash bags from 3 to 65 gallons for industrial use by casinos, the IHS, and more. DakotaWesternCorp.com.
Native Voice One, the Native American Radio Network.